Okay, Lidia Sobieska. Damn, where to start? What's up guys, Judge Rect again with another beginner's guide. Even though I have to admit, Lidia is such a difficult character for beginners. I think it's actually pretty hard to play this character as a beginner. As with all the videos I have recorded for you guys in the past, I'm trying to do this as beginner friendly as possible. We are going to focus on as little things as possible, because this character will definitely make your brain explode if you don't remember all the stances she has. And there's also the possibility that you end up in stances with just pressing buttons that you didn't actually want to end in with, because once you're in a stance, you cannot block anymore, right? Lidia is quite execution heavy. You need to learn the stances, and at the same time, if you're just pressing buttons, you don't want to accidentally end up in stances you don't want to end in. So if you are like a very, very advanced Tekken player, if you already have played Lidia in Tekken 7, this might not be for you. But if you're just starting out with the game, as with all the other guides I did, I'm trying to make this as beginner friendly as possible, and also give you guys a simple plan that you can follow to reach red ranks with, and then you can go deeper. You can then start doing optimal combos. You can then learn max damage combos and all that stuff. But for now, let's start with the simple stuff, okay? The pokes. So with poking, we have your normal jab. It's 1, 1, 2. I would not advise to go further, because this is just poking, yeah? It also keeps you safe at -3. If you go through with this, then you end up in stance, and this is what I was talking about, right? You don't want to accidentally end up in stances, so keep it simple with pokes. 1, 1, 2, and you can also press down, forward, 1. The classic down, forward, mid poke. Range is also not too bad, and you can extend that into down, forward, 1, 2. And also down, forward, 1, 3. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, and by the way, also down 3. You can count that as a poke, I guess, but you're -5, even on hit. On counter hit, it's +5, but let's just be honest and say it up front, her lows are super bad, okay? So don't expect her to be really good at lows. Just try to avoid them altogether, probably. Maybe to end the round you can use this, but poking, just as a side note, her lows are very, very bad. Now we move over to fancy stuff. That is always the section where I want to talk about the unique moves of a character. And yeah, she has a lot. I'm trying to just keep it simple, okay? So, down back 3 is one of her fancy moves, which I'm going to talk about later. If you land a counter hit, you get a good knockdown and good damage, okay? Down back 3 + 4 is something we call a sabaki. A sabaki is a move that actually has a built-in counter mechanic, yeah? So while Lidia is having this animation before she kicks, she's actually in a counter state. So anytime someone launches a low attack against you while you're in this animation, Lidia will counter it. So Kazuya will demonstrate this. There you go. Another sabaki Lidia has is up, forward, 1. So while it hits mid and it has 23 frame startup, it's a slow move, yeah? While she is in that spinning animation, she can actually counter and parry high attacks. You get it, right? And then we also have back 1 + 3 or back 2 + 4. It doesn't matter, yeah? So you can use both. Okay, now let's talk stances, okay? Lidia has 4 stances.
Goodbye.
First stance is this one here. It's called horse stance. You can go manually into it by pressing forward and then 3 + 4. You can also press back 3+4 to enter cat stance. Now, when you are in one of those stances, there are also moves that take you into stances. For example, 2-2 goes into cat stance, yeah? So when you are in one of her stances, doesn't matter which one, you can press back 2 times to have like an evasive jump move, yeah? So you can fake out something and get out of danger pretty fast. That's actually quite good. You can also press forward, no matter which stance you're using. You enter her stalking wolf stance, okay? So we have horse stance, we have cat stance, and we have stalking wolf stance. Now, when Lidia is in heat, you can use any stance, doesn't matter which one, and then you press up, and she goes into heaven and earth stance, okay? This stance is only available in heat, and it works after every other stance, doesn't matter. And as you can see, there's a little counter at the top. So the more often you go into heaven and earth stance, it costs less heat. And also other moves she has in her arsenal will be buffed. But I would suggest not to think too much about that. Just keep in mind, it is good to have number 3 up there instead of 1 or nothing. So try to get to number 3 quick, because it also carries over through the rounds. So you want to get into 3 stacks of that buff, because it carries over. You don't lose your buffs after the round. So try to get it to number 3, yeah, because it's good for you. Now let's talk launchers. One of her launcher is 3-2, but I don't want to focus on that one. You can search for a combo if you want on that, but I try to keep it simple. We have up forward 4, it's a hop kick, and you have while standing 2. That is while standing means you're docking, and then you let go of dock, and then you press 2 while you're in the wake up animation. And she has another launcher which is forward 3, and you can see the range is amazing. Yeah, this will also be in whiff punish. So I think this move has great range. Yeah, it is 19 frames, a little bit slower than most launchers, but the range is just very, very good with it. And with launchers, you know what's coming next is combos. For the sake of simplicity, we will use sample combo 3 here. I think that's a pretty easy to learn sample combo for beginners, and with sample combos you can actually you can pin them. You press Y and you can pin them up there, yeah? So you can always watch it, you can always see the combo, and it's easy to learn. If you want more optimized max damage combos, there are plenty of combo videos, just raw combo videos on YouTube, but I recommend as a beginner sticking to this first and then optimizing later. So as you can see, this combo is actually quite simple, because it utilizes something like almost an auto combo, yeah? You launch, doesn't matter which one. In the sample combo it's forward 3. You can also launch with while standing, yeah? Doesn't matter. And then you just mash 2 basically, yeah? And it looks like this. So the ender here is forward 4-3. You actually get something like a special animation here. And I recommend to use a different ender. You can use different enders, like this one here, for example. It deals a little bit more damage, but the forward 4-3 ender will actually give you health back. If you have recoverable health, the forward 4-3 ender will actually, while dealing a little bit less damage, give you more HP back. And the move also deals more damage when you are on level 3 of this Heaven and Earth buff, yeah, when you have 3 stacks of Heaven and Earth. So just focus on this combo as a start. You won't do anything super fancy with it, but you won't also do anything wrong with it. And it also works from while standing, like I said, right? This is not too high damage, but yeah, like I said, it's easy to learn to use the sample combo system. And this one specifically is very, very simple, because you have to press only one button and you don't have to worry about the stance. Next one is the up forward 4 launcher. So as you can see, the up forward 4 launcher already has like a built-in tornado. So for the hop kick launcher, we're going to use an optimized combo because I think that the sample combo, yeah, while it's easier, I think the optimized hop kick combo is doable. It is also easy enough for beginners, I think. And I will show you now what it looks like. There are also blue spark versions of the ender, but this one could be really tricky because you have to do 2 times quarter circle and then back forward forward. So lots of movement inputs. Stick to the simple stuff first, okay? Don't worry too much about blue spark versions of Lydia's moves. Now with punishers, I think the 1-2-2, it is kind of similar to the flash punch combo that the Mishimas have, yeah. Just this one ends in stance, and it's your 10 frame punisher. And from the stance you can go into different things, right? Because you're in stance, of course. Then you have forward 3. I already said the range on this move is insane. So if the opponent has some big whiffs, you can use this move as whiff punishing tool. Yeah, the range is just fantastic. So in lower ranks, when you're playing below red, people press buttons on ranges like this and they have big whiffs. You can just go straight into a combo from a very good range. And you can just use sample combo then again, sample combo 3, right? So this is a very good whiff punisher. Back 1 is also quite good. The range is nothing crazy, but it's a good range, yeah? And it's a mid and it's a heat engager. And also, one of the reasons why this move is so good, you can see here, it is actually +2 on block. Yeah, so you are very safe after using that. Yeah, so don't be afraid to spam it quite often, but be careful. 18 frames, yeah, so spam it from here, yeah, from range. Not right in the face of the opponent, because then you will definitely get jabbed. One honorable mention we have is forward 1+2, 3, 1+2. It is, as you can see, it starts with 14 frames. And while I think the initial hit doesn't have too much range, yeah, it is okay, it is good. The other hits, yeah, you can just initiate this from range if the opponent is mashing, yeah, if they have big whiffs, you can get in quite fast with this attack sequence, yeah. But of course, only use it when the opponent has big whiffs. Yeah, this is why we call it a whiff punish. You can use it from close, but you can also use it from afar to actually get in. Yeah. Then Lydia's Power Crush. It's back 1+2. It's a little bit slower, but it is also mid. The only issue is the range is not too crazy. Yeah, but yeah, it's the Power Crush. It's what you want with a Power Crush. Now some plus frame stuff. We have the typical running move. For Lydia it is running 1, +6, really good. Then we have back 1, I already said that. It is +2. Forward 2 is also good. It is +5 and it has quite good range and it is fast with 13 frames. And also if you're in horse stance, the axe kick leaves her in stance as well, but it is +8 on block. Quite slow move, but +8, so you can do stuff from there as well. Now let's talk about mix and then heat, because heat is going to be the biggest mix. But Lydia actually has something like a small mix. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible, okay? So first you use down back 3 or forward 2 to be in stance right in front of your opponent, yeah? Then you press 1. And you will see you hit with an armored move and you end in another stance. So that's the Stalking Wolf stance. From Stalking Wolf stance you can press 1 for a good mid and a knockdown in case it hits. If not, then you're still plus, so it's fine. Or you can press 4 for low mix-up, okay? So you have a mid-low mix-up. That's the first route. And that's the second route. So this is like a mini mix-up you can do with her. or you can press 2 to go into heat. So, let's talk heat then. Like I said, Lidia has something crazy in heat, and that is a Heaven and Earth stance. So Heaven and Earth stance looks like this. She puts one hand up into the air and the other hand down. This is a built-in parry, okay? You want to also look at the heat bar. Level 1, heat gone. Level 2, you can use it again. And level 3, it almost costs nothing. So this is why you want to use Heaven and Earth, because it also adds to your Heaven and Earth buff, which then allows you to use it more often. So Kasia will show us now how the parry looks. And as you could see, the parry will actually leave you in another Heaven and Earth stance, okay? So once Lidia parries, you will parry with Heaven and Earth, and after you parry, you end up right in front of the opponent with another Heaven and Earth, and this means mix time. Now, you can use Heaven and Earth manual like I did here. You can step forward and then press up. You can also, and that is probably better, you can use specific moves that actually make her end in Heaven and Earth, like running 1, for example. So running 1 leaves her right in front of the opponent, and that is very effective if the opponent is actually blocking. So let's say opponent is blocking and you use while running 1, and there you end up in Heaven and Earth. And so you always want to end up with Heaven and Earth stance in front of your opponent. You can do this manually, right, by getting into the stance manually, or you can use moves to bring you there. And of course you can use the heat smash. If the heat smash gets blocked, she also ends in Heaven and Earth, okay? Only on block, which can actually catch people off guard quite good, at least now, because people don't really know what Lidia is doing. So when you play her now, you have an advantage over some people, because many people actually have no idea what she is doing because she's new. Now, what can Lidia do when she is in Heaven and Earth? Okay, you have 3 options while you have Heaven and Earth active, okay? Option number 1 is you press 1. So this is a mid launcher. So if Kasia is not blocking or ducking, he will actually get launched, yeah? So very nice. 1 is your mid launcher. Now, when you are in Heaven and Earth and you press 2, it's a faster mid, but it also knocks back, and it will also wall break. So this is your fast mid option, and to make it a full 50-50 you need a high move, and this is the move that everyone is afraid of. So if you are in Heaven and Earth and you press 1+2, Lidia has this very fast, almost unreactable high. I think it is unreactable, that's why it is a 50-50. It is a high unblockable. So once you are, however you do it, in the face of the opponent with Heaven and Earth, or you do it like this, or after a parry, no matter what, right? Even after a heat engager, it's this one here, she ends up in Heaven and Earth right in front of the opponent, right? You have 3 options. You have 2 options for mid attack, 1 is a launcher, and you have a high unblockable. This is your 50-50, okay? So what you want to do with Lidia, basic game plan, some poking, some basic Tekken stuff, as you always do with other characters, right? Don't think too much about the lows, because they're not too good. You want to try to get in with this launcher here with forward 3, and then into your sample combo. Sometimes you want to use the hop kick stuff. Also, you want to get in with the forward 2, and after that into heat, and then into mix, yeah? And that is already half of the HP gone from the opponent because he guessed wrong. So this is what I have to say about Lidia. I hope it was beginner friendly enough, because like I said, this character is a lot. If you're a beginner, try to focus on the stuff that I just told you. I'm going to show you some example matches, as I always do with my other guides. Have fun watching them. I hope you could learn something. Have fun with Lidia. if you have anything, especially if you are an advanced Lidia player, if you have anything to add to that you think beginners could also find useful, put it down in the comments. I will then pin the comment in the comment section so everyone can see it. Alright, that's it for the guide, and I wish you a great rest of the day. Take care.
Wiele nas różni, ale nie zamiłowanie do pokoju.